Best nutrients to remove plaque from arteries. Have you ever wondered why so many people feel perfectly healthy, only to go for a checkup and discover that one of their arteries is 70% blocked, without ever having noticed a single symptom? The truth is, inside our bodies, there is always a hidden enemy called arterial plaque. It may sound harmless, but this is the very culprit silently leading to sudden strokes and heart attacks. And here's what's even more surprising. Plaque isn't just cholesterol, as most people think. It's actually a combination of cholesterol, of fibrous protein, and calcium. Can you imagine what happens when these three substances mix together and cling tightly to the walls of your arteries? The body creates plaque as a kind of patch for inflamed or injured vessel walls, like putting a bandage over a cut. But here's the problem. Not all patches are the same. There are two types of plaque, hard and soft, and this is where the shocking truth lies. Hard plaque is dense, but it's relatively stable and less dangerous. Soft plaque, on the other hand, is like a ticking time bomb, extremely dangerous because it's fragile, prone to rupture, and likely to trigger blood clots that can suddenly block blood flow to the brain or heart. Which one do you think is scarier? Research shows that soft plaque is 4 times more common than hard plaque. This means that while you may be worrying about calcified plaque, the kind your doctor often mentions, the real enemy, soft and unstable, is silently making up the majority inside your body. Imagine your arteries as a roadway. If there's a large rock on the road, traffic can go around it. But if the road suddenly collapses into a deep sinkhole, disaster strikes instantly. Soft plaque is exactly that sinkhole. No warning, no mercy. So the real question is, how can you know which type of plaque you're carrying inside? And more importantly, is there a way to make it disappear? Before I share the natural nutrients that can help clear arterial plaque and protect your heart even after age 60, let me ask you a small favor. If you find this information helpful, hit subscribe and comment with the number 1 below. If you're still unsure, comment with the number 0 so I'll know, and I'll explain more in upcoming videos. Sometimes, just one timely piece of information can completely change your life. Would you like to know why some medical tests often miss this dangerous type of plaque?
Do you know why soft plaque is so dangerous? The secret lies in a process called glycation. Simply put, it's when sugar in the blood binds with proteins, creating hardened proteins that cause inflammation and make arteries more vulnerable to damage. When that happens, soft plaque begins to form, like tiny cracks in a damp wall that eventually become serious damage. But the story doesn't end there. Soft plaque is also tied to oxidation, especially oxidation of LDL, the bad cholesterol your doctor always warns you about. But did you know not all LDL is bad? In fact, there are 2 types of LDL. The large, buoyant type is less dangerous and even less likely to cause disease. The small, dense type, however, is the real villain, sneaking into artery walls, causing inflammation and forming extremely hazardous soft plaques. In other words, it's not just the total LDL number that matters, it's the type of LDL you carry. So how can you know which type you have? Is there a way to detect it from a standard blood test? Many people still rely on a CAC scan, coronary artery calcium, to measure calcification in the arteries. But here's where the confusion begins. CAC primarily measures hard plaque, while soft plaque, the far more dangerous kind, often doesn't show up. This has led to what's called the CAC paradox. You may improve your lifestyle, change your diet, exercise, live healthier, and yet see your CAC score go up. Why? Because as soft plaque transforms into more stable hard plaque, the CAC number increases. This means a higher score isn't always bad. Sometimes it actually shows you're moving in the right direction. Surprising, isn't it? But the real question is, what tests can accurately detect soft plaque? Beyond CAC, there are blood tests like myeloperoxidase and LPPLA2, two biomarkers that can signal the presence of soft plaque. And there's also a cheap, quick, and non-invasive option, carotid artery ultrasound. In fact, research shows it can predict cardiovascular risk with up to 98.6% accuracy. Just imagine, one simple ultrasound could reveal whether you're living with this dangerous type of plaque. Wouldn't you want to know your true condition right now? And it doesn't stop there. There's even a simple trick you can use to estimate the type of LDL in your body without advanced testing. All you need to do is divide your LDL number by your ApoB number. If the result is greater than 1.2, that suggests your LDL is the large buoyant type, which is far less dangerous. You see, those numbers on a lab report aren't meaningless. Once you know how to read them, they can reveal powerful secrets about your health. But once you realize you may be carrying soft plaque, the bigger question arises, is there any way to truly remove it, or at least keep it under control?
The powerful nutrients that help remove plaque. Now that we know soft plaque is the true hidden enemy, the most important question becomes, can we get rid of it or at least keep it stable? The good news is yes, and it doesn't always require complicated or expensive treatments. There are natural nutrients that research has shown can help cleanse blood vessels, transform dangerous soft plaque into more stable hard plaque, and in turn lower the risk of stroke and heart attack. Curious what they are? The first nutrient I want to mention is pycnogenol, an extract from French maritime pine bark. This natural compound is an exceptionally strong antioxidant. Multiple studies show that a daily dose of around 150 milligrams can help convert soft plaque into more stable calcified plaque while also preventing the development of new plaque. Imagine it as turning ticking time bombs inside your arteries into solid bricks that pose far less risk. Why not take advantage of this natural gift to protect your heart? Next is gotu kola, a herb more commonly known as pennywort, often used traditionally as a cooling drink in many cultures. What's fascinating is that when combined with pycnogenol, gotu kola at about 450 milligrams daily enhances the ability to stabilize soft plaque while also helping prevent new deposits from forming. Isn't it remarkable that a simple familiar herb once enjoyed by our grandparents could play such a role in protecting blood vessels and preventing stroke after age 60? The third nutrient, one of the most crucial, is vitamin K2. While pycnogenol and gotu kola help stabilize existing soft plaque, vitamin K2 works differently. It prevents calcium from being deposited in the wrong places, protecting arteries from dangerous calcification. The key here is dosage. Unlike other vitamins taken in micrograms, K2 is most effective when taken in milligrams. One reliable supplement I know of is Mega K2 by Life Extension, but whichever product you choose, the most important point is this. K2 acts like a shield, keeping your arteries safe from harmful calcification. Have you ever heard of such a powerful role for K2 before? Another option widely recommended by experts is nattokinase. This is a natural enzyme derived from natto, a traditional Japanese food. Nattokinase has been shown to reduce the thickness of the carotid artery walls, helping blood flow more smoothly. Just picture your blood vessels like old water pipes, and nattokinase as the cleaning technician who scrubs the inside, keeping the flow clear. You can immediately see why it's so valuable. So why not learn a little from the Japanese, the nation famous for having the longest life expectancy in the world? Finally, there's a nutrient that is both familiar and somewhat controversial, niacin, or vitamin B3. But here's the key. You should choose the flush version, not the sustained release kind. Many people avoid it because of the temporary redness and warmth it causes, but in fact that reaction is proof niacin is working, helping regulate cholesterol effectively. So would you be willing to tolerate a few minutes of facial flushing in exchange for a stronger heart and a lower risk of stroke?
Beyond these main players, there is also a group of other powerful nutrients worth mentioning. Tocotrienols, a special form of vitamin E, help reduce arterial inflammation. Berberine, often called natural metformin, supports blood sugar control and indirectly reduces plaque formation. Black garlic, well known in cooking, provides strong antioxidant protection for blood vessels. And let's not forget magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals that keep arteries supple and flexible as they tend to stiffen with age. Lastly, vitamin D, long celebrated for bone health, is also a plaque-fighting vitamin, reducing inflammation and protecting arteries from damage. You see, we are not powerless against plaque. Nature has already given us many weapons to protect the heart. But you may be wondering, with so many nutrients available, what is the smartest way to combine them so that it's both safe and effective? A comprehensive solution and what to do every day. By now, you might be asking yourself, so do I need to take a handful of supplements every single day? The answer is no. I do not recommend taking every nutrient we just mentioned in a scattered way. What matters most is choosing a few key nutrients that suit your body, combined with a simple but effective lifestyle. So what's the most reasonable formula for someone over 60? Start with the duo of pycnogenol and gotu-kola. This combination has been studied and shown to help transform dangerous soft plaques into more stable ones. Just this step alone reduces the risk of sudden blood clots breaking loose. Can you picture the difference between carrying a ticking time bomb inside your arteries and turning it into a safe, solid brick? Next, if you want to prevent arterial calcification, consider vitamin K2. This isn't just for bones, it's the gatekeeper of your circulatory system, ensuring calcium goes to the right place, your bones, instead of sticking to your arteries. Doesn't it feel reassuring to know you can control this dangerous process with just one small nutrient? If your main concern is arterial thickness and smooth blood flow, nattokinase is worth adding. It works like a diligent cleaner, scrubbing the inside of your vessels to keep them open. And finally, if cholesterol numbers are what worry you most, remember niacin, flush form. Yes, it will make your face flush and feel warm for a few minutes, but in return, it helps bring long-term improvement to your cholesterol profile. Wouldn't a few minutes of flushing be worth exchanging for years of healthy living with your family? Beyond these specific nutrients, always remember that diet and lifestyle are the true foundation. Keep your blood sugar stable, limit white starches and refined sugars, add more vegetables, fiber, and healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish. Maintain light daily activity such as 30 minutes of walking. These habits allow supplements to work at their maximum potential. Think about it. If you take supplements but still eat excessive sugar and refined carbs, will it really be effective?
What I want you to remember is this. Don't look at a long list of supplements and feel overwhelmed. Just start with one small step. It could be adding pycnogenol or something simpler, like including more gotu-kola in your meals. Maybe it's as easy as buying a bottle of vitamin D because you don't get much sunlight. Each small step, when practiced consistently, will add up to a major change over time. So, what will be the very first step you choose to take today? And now, after learning everything about plaque, what it is, how to detect it, and the solutions to control it, you're probably waiting for one final message. This is the moment I want to share with you the most important truth. Moving from fear to hope, that aging does not equal illness. Do you want to hear this message? By now, I believe you understand arterial plaque much better, from being a silent enemy to something that can actually be stabilized with the right nutrients. In the past, whenever you heard of someone having a sudden stroke, maybe you felt anxious and asked yourself, could that happen to me one day? But now you hold a new key. You know that not all plaque is dangerous, and more importantly, you can actively intervene to make it less harmful.
Don't you feel some relief knowing you can take charge of your health instead of waiting helplessly for risks to strike? Remember, aging is not a sentence forcing us to live with disease. With just small changes like adding pycnogenol or vitamin K2, maintaining a healthy diet, controlling blood sugar, and keeping active, you can reduce your risk of stroke and heart attack by up to 80%. Imagine yourself strong, clear-minded, walking with your grandchildren, cooking for yourself, and living independently. Isn't that what we all wish for as we reach 60, 70, or even 80 years old? And here's the most important message I want to leave you with. Don't let fear hold you back. Instead of trembling every time you hear of someone's sudden stroke, turn that fear into motivation to act. Every day you delay is another day that plaque may silently grow, but every day you begin, even with just one small step, is another day you extend your life and improve its quality. So which path will you choose?